Hi, I'm Ann Johnson, and I am the Corporate Vice President of Security, Compliance, and Identity Business Development at Microsoft. And what does that mean? It means I have a really exciting job. I get to oversee the long-term strategy, mergers and acquisitions, which means when we're buying companies, all of the big partnerships we do with other companies, I oversee that within my role. And in addition to that, I am actually the executive sponsor for Microsoft's Women in Security program and Microsoft's Gleam, which is our global LGBTQ employees at Microsoft. So I'm also working constantly on diversity and inclusion and improving that in the cybersecurity space. I've been in cybersecurity since the year 2000. So it's been a long time. And I can tell you that cybersecurity really started as the 1980s, which is even before my time in cyber, was really about kind of pranksters and jokesters. And then the 1990s went into a lot of monetization, but also the diversity of attacks. And now in the 21st century, we're still seeing a lot of monetization. You hear ransomware in the news all the time. But we're also seeing nation states, so our enemies, coming at us with weaponization and cyber espionage. And these threats are constantly evolving and they're changing, they're becoming more sophisticated. And we need both the technology, but most importantly, the people to keep up on it, because there is such a lack of a human talent pipeline in cybersecurity. We have about 3 million job openings globally right now, and only by diversifying the people in cybersecurity, we're ever going to hope to fill that. A day in the life of me is something that is really interesting. It varies, right? I could be talking to one of Microsoft's largest customers about a cyber event. I could be talking to one of our partners about a strategic partnership we want to bring to market to help our mutual customers. I could be negotiating some type of term or condition of a company that we are acquiring. I spend a lot of time speaking on a diversity and inclusion. I have my own podcast called Afternoon Cyber Tea, where I try to interview a wide breadth of security influencers. I spend a lot of time with my team. I have a lot of folks, managers and folks that work with me and for me, that I spend a lot of time with, giving them coaching and development. So my day is as varied as any job, but it's a fun job. It also can be very technical. It can be very tactical at times, or I'm thinking about really strategic initiatives. And I love the variability of the job. When I think about professional insights and how to further, your advancement into cybersecurity, I'll give you a few thoughts as a lot of you are thinking about what you're going to do with your future and what your career might be after school. One of the things that I think for anyone coming into any field, not just cybersecurity, is to really get a wide variety of experience. I think it's incredibly important that you don't early in your career decide you're going to be one specific thing and never get a wide breadth of experience, because everything changes. Over the course of my 30+ year in tech, there have been incredible changes. So one of the things that I am most happy about is very early in my career, post-college in my 20s, I had deliberately had a wide range of experience so that could help prepare me as things changed and evolved along the way. I had the right skill sets that I had developed. The second thing I would say is always be learning. Recognize that even though, someone like me, you would think, wow, you've been doing it for a long time, you know everything. Actually, every day I realize that I don't know what I don't know, and I'm learning. I learn every single day. I learn from the people I work with. I learn from our customers, our partners. I learn from industry events. So always set yourself up to have a growth mindset and make sure that you're always learning. And understand, the third thing would be that oral and written communication, no matter what career you're pursuing, the most technical careers through the most non-technical careers, you are going to be required to communicate effectively orally, and you're going to be required to communicate effectively in writing. So really lean in and leverage those skills, because it will make the difference in the success throughout your career. Fun fact about me. So I think the most interesting thing for someone who's had a career in tech since I left college is I don't have a technical degree. I actually had an undergraduate degree with a dual major in political science and public relations with a minor in world history. My goal was to go to law school. I was accepted at law school. I had a scholarship to law school. And in the summer between my senior year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be a lawyer, which had been this lifelong goal and dream. I don't regret any of it because I've had an outstanding career in tech, but people are pretty surprised when they hear that I don't have the traditional computer science or technical degree. People often ask me, what did I do to get into cyber and how I ended up where I am? I will tell you that goes back to that earlier comment I made about getting that wide breadth of experience. So I had an infrastructure background. I knew a lot about PCs. I knew a lot about mini computers. I knew a lot about networking. I knew a lot about storage. I had taken both operational roles and sales roles and technical roles during my career. So when I decided to pursue it, it was a decision to pursue a career in cybersecurity. I knew I had the right baseline of knowledge, understanding how systems work, understanding how architecture works, even now, understanding how the cloud works as we're moving through the cloud. If you understand how things work, it's easier for you to secure those things and understand what security capabilities are needed. The other thing I would say is remember, cybersecurity isn't just the technical careers. There are people in human resources in cybersecurity, in marketing in cybersecurity, in public relations in cybersecurity, in sales in cybersecurity. So you don't have to think that the only path you have is to be a forensics person or a reverse engineer or an engineer of any sort. Understand that cybersecurity is an industry with a wide breadth of jobs. So you can be in cybersecurity and still have that wonderful job that you're passionate about.